How is everybody today? I am good. I'm crazy. I've gone crazy, definitely. We moved this weekend. We have like our stuff at two places. We have stuff at the cottage and then we have stuff in a storage unit. Movers are bringing the storage unit stuff, so hopefully I don't have to deal with any of that really. But this past weekend, we had friends help us move stuff from the cottage, and just everything that could go wrong went wrong. First of all, we get to U-Haul. There's no truck for us. Yeah. Anyway, so partway through Saturday, I just started laughing at everything. So I think I've lost my mind. Just everything that goes wrong, I just laugh now. Okay. So I'm packing up kind of my little craft area here at the cottage, and I've got the magical journal all put away, so it might be another few weeks before you guys see that again, because that's going to go in the huge pile of boxes in my new craft room, and I got to finish painting in there before I unpack everything. Yeah, so before I pack everything away, I had this little tote that I have all my current glue booking, like for this glue book stuff in. Although I did find my color glue book stuff too, so that's not far. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys about this. I don't think I mentioned to you, I had hauled this, and I'm going to reinforce this first of all, the spine, because it feels kind of flimsy, so I'll just like put some fabric or some tape or something, but I am definitely going to use this as a bigger glue book. So, oh, that doesn't go in there. I've already got some things in here that are kind of too big to fit in the smaller one. That's just going to be a random glue book, so I just kind of set them in there, and that's just kind of in the tote with this other glue book stuff, because it's not really organized, but it's just random glue book stuff. It's not a specific themed glue book. So I'm just kind of keeping it together for now, regardless of which book it goes in, which size. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of glue booking because I just kind of want to relax. And I got a bunch of packing done this morning, and got a bunch of stuff done. So yeah, that's good. After a hectic weekend, yeah, I want to do a little bit of glue booking. Whew. So yeah, we have the bestest friends, so I got to tell you, all the guys that help us move on a regular basis. They well, let me start my story with Bell. So in Canada, there's two internet providers pretty well. In the bigger cities, I think there's a couple smaller ones or whatever. I know in Nova Scotia there's a smaller one too, but really our big internet providers are Rogers and Bell. Americans, you're familiar with Bell. So we were going with Bell for our internets because they have the best speeds right now. They kind of go back and forth. It's like, okay, these guys have best speeds now. Oh, a year later, okay, these guys have upgraded their stuff. They're better. So yeah, anyway, so we're getting the internet hooked up. So at first I called and made the appointment for the 4th. Which, my bad, that was our closing day. So, yeah, not a good idea. For some reason, okay, in my defense, we haven't bought a house for like 19 years, almost 19 years. So I didn't quite know how it worked. So I thought during our final walkthrough in the morning at like 8:30 in the morning, we'd get the keys. But no, we just had to say, yeah, everything's good. Let our lawyer know. So then he finished all the, financial transfers and the final stuff. So I had made the appointment for the 4th, closing day, and I'm like, oh no, that's not good. So like a week and a half before, I called TELUS back, or Bell, they used to be TELUS, I'm like, hey, I need to reschedule to the 5th. And they're like, yeah, okay. So I rescheduled to the 5th. And then a few days later, they call me, or it was like a few days before the 4th. They're like, hi, we just want to call and confirm your appointment for the 4th. I'm like, nope. That's supposed to be the 5th. So then this woman that I'm talking to on the phone, she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll get this straightened out for you. Okay, bye. And I'm like, whoa. You're not going to do it while I'm on the phone. No, I'll put it through. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure you will. So of course she didn't. So then the 4th rolls around. We're not at the house. I'm actually I missed a phone call. What happened was the Bell Tech went to our house on the 4th, called me, and I forget what I was doing, where I was. I might have been taking a video maybe. Anyway, I missed the call, or maybe I was in the shower, but whatever. I missed the call. So he left a little card thing saying, yeah, I was coming to install your internet, but you weren't home. So I'm like, no. And I had called Bell a bunch more times, to confirm the 5th. So I called Bell and they're like, no, your appointment's supposed to be on the 5th, blah, blah, blah. So 5th comes and I called them like, I think 4 times that day to confirm that Buddy was coming. And guess what? Buddy didn't show up. So then we're like, okay, well, what are we going to do? So Rob had taken like the day off work because he wanted to be there for the install. He needs to tell him, Rob knows all that. So he wanted to tell him where he needed, things to be, where he needed the guy to install stuff. So we, yep, 5th, nothing. So we rescheduled for I think it was Monday the 8th or whatever it was. And so Saturday morning, we get up bright and early. We're kind of like packing a few more things at the cottage that we kind of want the guys to move. Like I was cleaning off some bookshelves and stuff. We want to move the bookshelves. Although the only things we absolutely needed moved in this U-Haul was the snowblower, the barbecue, and the lawnmower, because those are things that wouldn't really fit in our car. Especially the snowblower would not fit in our car, and it's so heavy you can't pick it up and put it in a truck or something. It needs a ramp. So we're like, okay, as long as we get that moved, we're good. But anyway, so we, we're packing some stuff, to try to get what we can in the truck. Well, we've got it. Why not? And so I get a call. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I get a call on or actually, was it Saturday or Sunday? Maybe it was Sunday. I don't know. It was Sunday? We moved Sunday? Yeah, okay, yeah, we moved the stuff Sunday. So yeah, I get a call, and it says Bell Technician, and I'm like, what? So he's like, yeah, I'm calling because I'm going to be coming over to do your install. And mind you, at this point, we're at the cottage. We're not at the house, but it is only 20 minutes away. So if you drive the speed limit. So I'm like, what? I'm like, that's supposed to be tomorrow, Monday. And he's like, I'm like, and they told me that you guys don't do weekend installs, especially not like Sundays anyway. So he's like, yeah, no. He's like, I'm going to do it, blah, blah, blah. And when I said, okay, well, it's supposed to be tomorrow. And he's like, well, we can reschedule. I'm like, no. After all the trouble I've gone through trying to get you there, no. We will be right there. So we booted it over to the house and we're like waiting for him to set up and stuff. And, what we were going to do is we were going to take and we were going to drive to U-Haul, me and Rob, and then he'd bring the truck back and I'd drive the car back. So we're waiting for the guy. And then, of course, our friends, like I told them, we're going to be late because this install could take like an hour or whatever. So they were to get to the cottage at 10. So yeah, they all showed up anyway. And so we're waiting. So finally, Buddy gets his stuff done, but then he's in his truck, which usually means he's calling them to be like, okay, I've got all the wires hooked up, turn the switch, right? So he's like in there for a long time. So we're like, what is going on? We need to go get this U-Haul, right? We're already like half an hour late for picking it up. The guys are all waiting at the cottage. So yeah, I said to the guy, I just kind of poked my head out the door and I'm like, oh, hey, like just wondering, do you have a rough ETA on when it's going to be finished? And he's like, oh, well, now they're telling me that, yeah, you're actually scheduled for tomorrow. So they're not able to like flip the switch. They're trying to figure out how to get that done because, you're not scheduled until tomorrow. And he's like, and then, tomorrow it could mean that like your internet would be turned off instead of on or whatever. So me, right? I'm like, oh my God. So, he said it could be 5 minutes, could be an hour because he was on phone with their call center. And yeah, I said to him, I said, I know it's not your fault. I said, you deal with the incompetence of your call centers just as much as the general public does. I know you're just the dispatch or you're just the guy that, they tell you where to go. So yeah, so Rob's like, okay, we can't wait any longer. So Rob goes to U-Haul. And our truck is, while it is there, we cannot get this truck because this truck is boxed in by a bunch of other trucks, way bigger trucks. And they won't give us a way bigger truck because there's nobody there at this place. It's like U-Haul has like digital pickups now. You just go with your phone and you just pick up your truck. Like you put in a code and all this stuff. Anyway, so yeah, these trucks are like, unable to just be given to us at the last moment. So he's like calling U-Haul and trying to get that straightened around. So we ended up having to go way to another U-Haul. So what Rob did was he came and got me first, brought me to the cottage because I was supposed to be here to supervise. what stuff was going on the truck to the house. Because, I mean, there's a lot of my dad's stuff here too, right? So I wanted to, you know, we want to make sure that we didn't accidentally move a bunch of that stuff here and have to move it back. So I came here, and while Rob booted it to town to get the truck, I helped me and all the guys. Sorry. We had given them the option, by the way. I was like, guys, listen, I don't know how long is this going to be? This is going to be like, you guys can go home. Like, you don't have to sit around and wait for us. This is ridiculous. But of course they were like, nope, no problem. We're just hanging out at the cottage at the beach. We're doing good, you know, doing fine. Sitting out on the step and chit-chatting. We really do have the best guys ever. So I came over and we loaded up their cars, and then we hauled a bunch of more stuff out on the lawn. I say we, I didn't carry anything down the steps, but I did go through the front room and move stuff to the door. So then all they had to do was come up the steps and grab things for the most part. So yeah, I supervised. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff out on the lawn. So then Rob got here with the truck and we put all that in the truck. So that was all good. So we got our Bell internet installed, and it works great, by the way. It works fantastic. So that's good because Rob works from home. So he'll, yeah, he's able to now work from there, because internet here at the cottage is definitely very spotty and not good at all. We tried to get that upgraded, but that was with Rogers. And Rogers, Bell is almost as bad as Rogers, but Rogers is really bad. Rogers is like consistently the worst customer service company in Canada for like the past, like, you know, 25 years. So their incompetence is absolutely like impressive. So yeah, I tried to get the internet upgraded here, but yeah, it was just too much. And we're like, you know what, we're moving out in 2 weeks, so whatever, we'll deal with it. So okay, so that was all taken care of. So then we had to go to the vet yesterday, because I don't know why I made this appointment so close in the middle of everything else, because, you know, I'm smart like that. And so I wanted to, what we were doing was Artie was getting the shot for arthritis, and Luna hasn't been diagnosed with arthritis yet, but we definitely knew that she had it. She was definitely she's definitely very achy, and sometimes she even limps, poor thing. So yeah, so we go there, and Artie, it's like 5 a.m. yesterday morning, and Artemis wakes us up. He is not doing good. He was constipated the day before, and that's okay. Like, I massaged his belly and he pooped or whatever, but then it was like he was constipated again, but not like, he was kind of like, Rob called it crab walking. He was walking with his tail tucked under and stuff, but he wasn't trying to poop. So we're like, hey, there's something else wrong. So we get them to the vet, and thankfully they're able to take Artemis in instead of Luna. Although the vet did, like, they were so booked, but the vet did a quick test on Luna, like quick go over to make sure that she did indeed have arthritis. So she did. So she got her needle. We brought Luna home. Artemis stayed there. He got x-rays and all that, and it turns out that they're pretty sure he's just dehydrated. Yeah, so he's been eating a lot better, and he's been drinking a lot more. So he's like, today he's like back to himself. So yeah, it was probably the stress of all the move. They were not happy, the cats, about us moving stuff out of the cottage. They're like, what is this craziness again? They're gonna love the house, so I can't wait to get them there. But yeah, anyway, that ended up costing a whole lot of money that we weren't expecting. Yep. So yeah, now we're just doing our moving everything else tomorrow. Oh, and my bestie Shara came over and helped me start painting the craft room. Bonus though, yeah, we really lucked out, and we got some mist tints. I had stopped in to buy, yeah, the wall paint, the wall color for the other 3 walls that aren't doing, I'm doing watercolor walls, I think I told you guys, on one focal wall, and then doing just like a flat color, just a regular color on the other 3 walls. So I ended up going with like a nice like teal, which is probably right about this. Yeah, somewhere in there. Kind of like my old craft room teal, but brighter, much brighter, and it's going to go with the colors on the watercolor wall. And yeah, so we get there, and I always check the mist tints, gotta tell you, because they're usually like half price. So I checked, and I found 3 cans of mist tint that we actually liked. There was a yellow, kind of like an orangey yellow, school busy kind of thing for the, I figured maybe we do the bedroom. I think we're going to do the bedroom in bees kind of thing because bees are hot right now and yellows everywhere. Yeah, so I didn't know. Rob blew my mind. I didn't know that if you buy a mist tint, you can get them to add more color to it. So like they can change the mist tint. So I got like a mint green and I got them to add some blue. So now it's like a more like a pale blue. So yeah, for that can, I paid like $18. And I used to be a big fan of Behr paint because it was the best of the best. But I got to tell you, the quality has slipped. When we, first of all, they've got 3 different levels of it now. But yeah, when we painted our old house, twice I bought Behr 1 coat, and both times it didn't work. So, and like I said, like, I mean, I've been using Behr for like 20 years and it was awesome. But yeah, now I'm over Behr, I gotta tell ya. So we went to Home Hardware, which I think is a Canadian only company. Anyway, we went and got the Beauty Tone paint, and actually it's pretty comparable to Behr now. It's a good thick paint. It's not cheap, like cheap and watery like some paints are. And so yeah, Shar and I were painting with that, and it seems to go on really well. I was lucky though, because for the one wall that I'm doing a finish on, I'm doing white paint. So we had huge bucket of ceiling paint left over from Churchill, and we don't really need to paint the ceilings in our new house, and even if we do, I'm pretty sure we still have enough to do like most of the ceilings in there. But anyway, instead of me going to buy a white paint, that's what I put on the wall that I'm doing the finish on, and where it's flat, that works out to be better. It'll take the finish better. So yeah, so that's awesome. So I had put a coat on that the other day, and then my sweet husband was there last night at the house. I stayed here yesterday with Artie because he was, you know, he had painkillers and stuff. So I stayed here too. And I was exhausted too. So him and I kind of slept all day yesterday once we got back from the vet. And yeah, Rob went to the house and he did some moving around of things so we can make room for the movers when they dump the stuff in. And yeah, he painted that wall. He put a second coat on the paint on the wall. So that's awesome. Now all I have to do is go in and do the faux finish. It'll be all ready. So that's awesome. But the craft room is taking longer to paint than we thought it would, because we didn't realize like there's so many like windows and doors and things. Like it's got 2 closet doors and then a door to the outside, and it's got 2 windows. So there's like trim everywhere. So to go around the trim, yeah, it takes a bit. So we're it's a work in progress. I'm gonna have to finish it after the move, but the 2 closets that are there are like walk-in closets. They're big, so I'm just gonna get the movers to put all the craft room boxes in there, and then just the furniture out in the main room, and I can work around the furniture. That's no big deal. I don't know where I'm putting any of the furniture yet, so I'll be moving it around anyway. So yeah, I'll just kind of get them to pile it on one side probably, and then I'll paint the other side and then move things around. I do want to get the faux finish wall done, I think, first though. So yeah, I don't have to, because I need full access to that wall at once kind of thing. I don't want to do part of it and then, you know, do the next part of it the next day. I want to make sure, like, continuity wise, that it all looks the same. And I might do it by color anyway. Like I'm putting multiple colors. I don't think I showed you guys what I'm doing, but yeah, anyway, I'm doing neon colors in the watercolor technique. I did take a video actually of me playing with it. I had done on just like a dollar store canvas. I had done some playing to try it out. So yeah, I did take a video, but I mean, I got to edit that and everything, and that's going to be an eventual kind of thing. A little bit of something there. So yeah, once we get all moved in, I cannot wait for that. I just want to be there and have our bed and move the cats in. Yeah, Artie's going to love it. He's absolutely going to love it. After we move stuff out of the cottage this weekend, he came out into the front room, and it was just like all this room and stuff, and he was he had fun going through, you know, the stuff that was left there kind of thing. he had a lot of fun with that. So he's going to have so much fun in the house. New house. Cannot wait. He thinks he's a big panther. Exploring. Oh, there's this. This is actually a ceiling from a magazine article. I don't like the dark blue in it, but I like the other colors. Let's see. So yeah, this morning I slept in, thankfully. That was really nice. Me and Artie. And then I had speaking of making appointments, you know, in the middle of things, not being smart, I made a doctor's appointment. So yeah, but thankfully it was over the phone. And U-Haul what?
Don't forget U-Haul screwing us, dude.
Yeah, I already talked about U-Haul screwing us. But Rob straightened that all out. Yeah, so thankfully I just need a referral to a specialist kind of thing, and it was just kind of a little update. So thankfully she let me do an over-the-phone appointment. They started doing that since COVID, so that's nice. Here in Canada, we do have socialized healthcare. So, and that's great. That's fantastic. But it does have its, you know, it does have its downsides. So one of them is most doctors, yeah, you have to go into the office kind of thing. They won't just, you know, like for prescription refills, for example, you got to go in the office and get a refill. They won't just call it into the pharmacy because, I mean, they get paid per visit from the government. So yeah. But yeah, she let me do this, so that was great. Apparently, I think it's because of COVID that now the government's, you know, letting them do phone appointments. So that's fantastic. I didn't have to go all the way in town. And I updated my address with her, and I thought maybe she'd drop me as a patient because now I live like 40 minutes away. But nope. She said as long as I'm okay traveling when I need to go in for an appointment, she's good. Yes. Because we have a shortage of doctors in Canada. As far as I know, it's Canada-wide, but especially in New Brunswick here, it's easily a 2 or 3 year wait for a family doctor. I know Rob was on the list for a couple of years. Yeah. So if you get a doctor, keep your doctor. Same thing happened with the vet, actually. I didn't know there was a shortage of vets, but we were going to switch to a vet that's only 10 minutes away from the new house. But we went in to do so, and she said, yeah, no, we're not taking new patients. If you get a vet, you hang on to that vet. So I'm like, okay, good to know. The vet situation here in New Brunswick is as bad as the doctor situation, apparently. So the poor buggers, when we took them in yesterday, it was like a 40-minute drive. Poor things. They did not like it. But Luna, okay, so Luna, when she goes to the vet, Rob started this. When she comes back home, Rob stops at McDonald's and gets her like a sausage patty. And then he'll like kind of like give her a quarter or whatever, half of it or whatever. So we stop at McDonald's on the way home and we get her sausage patty and like we got breakfast starter. So we're sitting there eating and I'm like, I wonder if Luna would eat her patty because like, you know, whatever. And Rob's like, she ain't going to eat that in the car, which I kind of assumed too because, I mean, anytime like they go to the vet, and like the vet techs are like, oh, here, do you want a treat? And they put a treat in their cage. They're like, I don't want to eat. Go away. Like they really have zero interest in any of that stuff if they're, you know, at the vet or in the cage or whatever, in their carriers. So, yeah, I tried her and Luna ate. She ate a good portion of that sausage, boy. There was one time I took her to the vet myself. There was a while there Rob was taking her most of the time, but yeah, I took her to the vet by myself and I didn't stop at McDonald's on the way back home. Oh man, she was not happy with me. I got told when we got home, I had to go out and get her sausage. Yep. So I think that'll be a thing now. When we leave the vet, we'll have to stop and get her sausage right away. These cats aren't spoiled. Artie doesn't care what he has for a treat. He's good with anything, him. He prefers, you know, ice cream's probably his favorite. Yeah, I don't know here. What am I doing? What am I doing? I kind of really like that color, but... I feel like it needs some sort of, I don't know. Ugh, it's crappy glue sticks. I bought the ultra whatever extra strength glue sticks or whatever they're called, Elmer's, for the magical journal, and man, that is working out great. Fantastic. Where's my words? Did I pack the words? Oh no, there they are. Did I pack the words away? I did stick them all in one thing. Cause for celebration. Nope. Let's see. So yeah, the house is good. It's awesome. We love it. I'm going to be ordering some nice patio furniture. It was a good thing I thought to look on Amazon, because man, patio furniture on Amazon is so much cheaper than it is locally. Like from, you know, Home Depot and all that, Walmart, and even Walmart. So yeah, I'll be excuse me. I'll be I'll be ordering from there once we get everything done and settled and the move and everything. We want to make sure we pay our movers first before we start buying furniture. Oh, and plus we need a washer and dryer, so. Kind of like the color of that on there. What do you think? Maybe? Oh, that kind of goes nice too with the, like the color goes really nice. Eh? What do you think? Yeah, the color goes really nice with that. But then I'm gonna need to do, all right, let's commit to that. Let's do it. I'm gonna get much done by way of pages, but I gotta go shower and hop into, first I gotta hop to the post office and get our address changed there. Oh, and I met our neighbors. We weren't too sure. We were kind of worried that, yeah, they have the right of way to the beach across the street. And so they had like no trespassing signs and stuff. So we're like, ooh, yeah, they don't want people on their land. So, but then I had taken a load of stuff to the cottage to the house by myself on Saturday or Friday. And I unpacked the whole car, get everything in the house, and I went and sat on the front step just to have a break. I had some blueberries, have a snack and a break, and it turned out that my neighbor was outside, and she yelled over and said hi, and she said welcome to the neighborhood. And then she said the first thing she said, or the second thing she said after welcome to the neighborhood was, oh, if you guys want to use our beach access, go ahead, blah blah blah. And she said they had the signs up because apparently like they don't want anyone getting hurt, because it's kind of like a rocky like little path down or whatever. So I mean, if someone gets hurt on their land, then yeah, they're liable. But I think maybe too they don't want people stopping, because that happens a lot. Like people will just stop anywhere on the side of the road to like try to get to the beach, so then like traffic, you know, and all that stuff. Yeah, so she said that, you know, we were welcome to use their access, which is awesome. And they have a rooster, and I was laughing at him. I told her, I said, he's been like crowing all day. I said to her, I said, I think your rooster's confused about what time zone he's in. And apparently what they do is they'll crow if they figure there's danger, like they're warning the hens. So with us moving in and stuff, they're like, you know, hey, there's people over there. So that's kind of funny. So that's good. We haven't met the other neighbor on the other side yet, but apparently he's great. Oh, the selling agent came by just this weekend. We just happened to be there. He came by and was like chit-chatting and stuff. He came by to get the lockbox. We just thought he was coming by to chit-chat, and you know, he's like, okay, I'll grab this lockbox. And oh, he's super nice. And I thanked him. I said, thank you. I said, our agent and you, I said, both of you were just fantastic. Like we'd ask a question and we'd have the answer in like 1 minute. So like we'd ask our agent, she'd message him, and he'd message her, yeah, her back, like within a couple minutes. So we thanked him. He seems super nice. Where am I putting this? Dream inspired. Kind of want to cover this line right here, right? Because it's a hard line. Be gentle here. I feel like I was supposed to go to the dollar store today, but I don't remember what for. I know I gotta go get some cat food and do the post office thing. Yeah, I think after the video I'll do that. Maybe take a load of stuff to the house because the post office is kind of halfway to the house anyway. Might as well. Go empty-handed. Pretty well what I have now, what we have left. Like we have some dishes and stuff left. So those go in regular boxes, but like a lot of my craft stuff I'm kind of just putting in like the big like reusable bags or whatever, like the shopping bags. A lot of that travels better that way. Stuff that's in containers with lids are great, but not everything I have is in containers with lids. Like for example, this shoebox has no lid, so I just put a bunch of stuff off this table in there, you know. So small stuff like that. I may go this evening too, and maybe I'll actually try to do that wall now that I'm thinking of it. Artemis is doing really good today, so he does not need Mama to take care of. Well, he always needs Mama to take care of him, but I hear rain. Oh no, it's raining. Rob, it's totally raining. Ugh. Well, here goes that. I ain't moving nothing in the rain. But it's supposed to be nice for tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Man, we had the coolest moon the last or a couple nights ago. 2 nights in a row. It was full and it was just phenomenal. I have never seen the moon this big, and it was over Shediac Bay, and we're like across the bay, so we saw it and it was huge, 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 and it was like the most like, it was like this. Hang on. Oops. At first it was red, and then it rose a little bit, and it was like this deep, like orangish yellow. And it was so big and so bright that it reflected off the water, like across the bay. And it was just the most beautiful moon I have ever seen. Just phenomenal. Okay. I want to put that there, but I don't want to cover up that straw. So I think what I'll do is just kind of taper it off. There. Maybe like that. So I'm hoping to maybe take a video. I definitely want to take like a time-lapse video of me setting up my craft room, but I really want to do one for the wall too, for me doing the wall, the faux finish. So hopefully we can get that going on. Rob says he's got it going on with his webcam, but the only thing with that is he uses it for work. So maybe this evening I'll be able to go in and work on that. I am so relieved to have movers. So relieved. If we ever move again, I don't care. We're getting movers. Just makes life so much easier. And plus we don't have to bug our friends. We're going to have a nice big barbecue with all of them and their families. And told them they can come over to the house anytime. I don't know. What do you think? I kind of want like a little, maybe something smaller. I just feel like there needs to be a little something more in here because it's kind of like it's just like a white space, right? I just feel like it's yeah, it needs to be filled in. That's not bad. That's okay. I think maybe. Is that all right? I think maybe. I'm going to cut this off. Oh shoot, I think maybe I wanted that one left on, didn't I? Nope, okay. Flowers are nice like this. You have pictures of flowers. You can always cut off different bits and pieces to make it fit where you want it to. No, I don't like that one in there. I can't believe it's raining. Oh, there's a couple takeouts out this way too that were seasonal that just opened this past weekend. So that's cool. They're both very hop and busy. Yeah, it's very much a summer place around here. So we still haven't gotten a washer dryer. We're gonna wait till we move and then, yeah, figure out. There's currently sales on washers and dryers on in a lot of furniture stores, and I think the sales are until next week. So yeah, they've been on sale for a bit. So I think after we get all the moving, I just hope like companies from Moncton will deliver out to where we live, 40 minutes away. There, yeah, I think that works out. I think that looks good. I really like the colors in this with this for sure. And then this. It's funny because some of these things I've had for a long time. But yeah, it's nice to finally use them. All right, so yeah, I'm going to call that done because, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to do. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have videos for you guys very soon. But if not, please bear with me. I am moving. And it's a big ordeal. So yeah, until I see you next time, then yeah, have a great week. Bye.